What's up, YouTube? Alex here, also known as Card of the Day 1 on Instagram here, bringing another video. A couple things I want to chat about today are how I make money selling sports cards. I think it's one of those things where people are always like, where can I get the best advice? Where can I, go to find out how to set certain things up? Honestly, the reason why I figured out how to do some of the things is because of watching videos like this. I mean, Mojo Sports had a video that I watched, and I know a lot of people get like heat for making vlogs and videos and things and stuff like that, but realistically, some of those people like that are the best in the hobby, and learning from them are things that we all can do in a sense. And I think for me, one of the biggest ways that I've been able to make money and capitalize on certain things is through just asking questions, DMing other big card accounts on Instagram, how they do certain things. And I think that's somewhere where, I don't think anyone is too big to reach out to someone. At the end of the day, it's cardboard with ink on it or player worn jerseys and stuff. But I think at the end of the day, it's definitely a fun way is to interact with other people. So getting started here, I'll try to condense this video and not make it the longest video. So if you want, you can skip in to where we are now, I guess. With that being said, getting started here, I'm going to go over briefly the 10 ways that I make money and how to make money selling sports trading cards. There's no magic secret sauce that goes into making money selling sports cards, but if you do a couple of the things the right way, you'll definitely see a strong return on investment with some of the things that you do. It's just like anything, you put time into it, you'll start to get some positive things that come into it. So the first thing that I want to go over today with number 1 is the eBay standard shipping envelope mailers. Believe it or not, there's a guy on YouTube. He has awesome videos. Gaby Sports Stacks, I think is his name. I've actually learned a lot from his videos too, because by clicking and pressing some of the stuff on him, I actually messaged him and commented on one of his YouTube videos, said, how do you ship your items? And he said anything under $20, he does eBay standard envelopes, and then anything over, he charges $3.99 for shipping. And that's exactly what I started doing because of that. And I had a couple of cards on eBay. For example, I would have cards on eBay for a decent price, that were, reasonable, that should sell if I was at a show or a store and someone was buying. But people weren't buying them because I was charging $3.99 for shipping. And when you reduce $3.99 shipping to 88 cents or even 64 cents, it makes a significant difference. If it's a $4 card, people don't want to spend close to $10 when you tack on an extra $3.99 plus tax and fees. They're spending around $10 for the card when realistically they could spend $5 to $6 if it's a $3.99 card with 88 cent shipping. So what I did was I decided to go on Amazon and through eBay standard shipping. So if you don't understand what eBay standard shipping is, it's a specific eBay seller. It's tailored toward sports cards and other small little items like pins, I think, is just a bunch of different things that you can sell. And they go into a small flat little envelope. The ones that I use, I'm going to share a link in the description here on the ones that I like to use. They're a little bit more of a cardboardy, harder material. And so it's just more protected for the card. I ordered a 350 count for $60, which it's really not bad if you think about that. It's super cheap. And the amount of stuff that you will sell, you could sell one card for $20 and then, you sell a couple more and that's paid off. But anyways, how eBay standard shipping works is, or the eBay standard envelope, ESE, is cards that are $20 or less. You are able to ship them with the eBay standard envelope. There is tracking. Now we'll get into that later, but, you are able to charge 64 cents if it's a 1 ounce package, 88 cents if it's 2 ounces, and I believe it's $1.12 for a 3 ounce package. I always charge 88 cents just because you really only put one card in there, and I don't really do anything else because I tape it shut obviously, and or put a team bag around it. But I have like the sealed, like almost like cardboardy type mailer that you have to like pull to rip to get it open and stuff like that. And then the envelope, you can just print it out and stamp it right on top. And there is like a little scan option for it. Now this is the controversy, is sometimes the USPS, when you're shipping it, they don't scan the scanner to track the tracking for it, because it's not like a traditional bubble mailer. So some people just, honestly, it comes down to getting lazy or not. Some people don't scan it, and people choose not to do that. Then another thing that comes along with the eBay standard envelopes are that, let's say it gets lost in the mail, or it gets damaged, you could fill out a PIP claim, which is something that like I've had to do. It's one of those things you fill out, you share your PayPal email address, and I'll get into all that and I'll share the link for it. But basically, if you do ship it in the tracking, like a lot of times people will have a card that gets delivered and someone says it never delivered, and so on and so forth. You've all had that game played with us on eBay. You are technically covered for that. And at the end of the day, what's nice about it, it's a $20 card. It's not like you're shipping a $800 card on eBay in this envelope. This is more so for lower end, and believe it or not, that's where I make the most amount of my money. So instead of having like a card for, like I said, $4 with $3.99 shipping, I can sell it for $5 and make more money on the actual card and sell it with 88-cent shipping, and someone's more willing to buy that. The reason I do know that is because after listening to the guy Gaby's Sports Stacks, I believe, videos, I ended up selling 20 cards in like 2 days, just because I switched things over to ESE. So it really does work, and I'm not just making that up. Like, it proved me wrong, because I was choosing not to do it for the longest time. Number 2, set up an eBay store. The eBay store that I use, I have it opened up in front of me right here, is the basic store. It's, I believe, like $21 or $22 a month. What that does is, instead of capping at 250 items to list on your eBay, it allows you to list to 1,000 and above, or it caps you at 1,000 instead. Sorry, it caps you at 1,000, which is really nice. Like, realistically, if you're just getting started and you're working your way up on eBay, just don't buy a starter store. Just stick with what it has. I think you get like a promotion of like 250 listings with no fees. Don't buy the starter store; it's not worth it. But if you have a lot more cards and you think it's worth it to sell, unless you want to list like 400 items, that's definitely something that, I have around like 350 on my store, but stuff rotates constantly and stuff like that. But what I recommend is getting a basic store, and that's something that I think that like you'd be able to do really well, and you'll have just more opportunity to sell certain things, just because you can list more and you're not capped at a certain number. Moving past the eBay store, number 3, what I think is something that is super important is setting up or purchasing a scanner. People take pictures on eBay. I've seen the craziest things. I've seen people put cards in places they shouldn't be. I've seen them just be on like little like stands and stuff like that. What I think is the cleanest way and what is the most presentable is getting a scanner. So I have a photo here of like one that I'll share with you guys. It's $45, I believe. It's a used scanner. It's the exact one that I use. It's called like the CanoScan LIDE 120. It's like $45. This thing, I noticed ever since I purchased it and started scanning, I've made so much money, just because people are more likely to buy a card that you can see a little bit clearer on and a scanned image than a picture in the dark that is in someone's hand, or it's blurred out because like of the lighting with the, the top loader and the sleeve inside. So what I recommend is definitely purchasing a scanner. To speed this up a little bit, number 4, go to card shows. Buy lots. That's the biggest thing that I always recommend too, is like, you want to make money, you're going to have to be willing to spend a little bit of money. Does that mean you need to go out and spend $500 on a huge card? No, but maybe you buy a lot for $200 and you get 75 cards in, and you sell one of them for, if you hold it a certain time, $45. Like, those are wins right there. The biggest thing though is like, go to card shows, make offers on things, be creative, be comfortable talking with people. That's how I literally have gained a lot of social skills, is just talking to people at card shows, but like since I was a kid doing that. And that stuff is huge. Like, it's going to help in the long run, just being a good person and connecting with people too. And you'll be surprised, you meet some really cool people in the hobby. Like, I have been able to meet throughout my time of just conversations with people. But put a stack together, people are more willing to make a deal with you. The other day I went to a show, and I pulled about like $85 worth of cards out, and the guy told me $35 for it, and I was like, yeah, no problem. I got like 2 Xavier Worthy rookie autos and a couple other people, and I made about like $120 off of that lot already, and I still have like 3 more cards left from it. So like those are ways that I recommend, is just make lots at card shows and make an offer and see what you can do with people. Number 5, buy unlicensed product autos. This one I would try to be quick with, but I'm super passionate about this one. Believe it or not, I'll attach it in here. I remember I purchased an Onyx CJ Stroud Black Ink auto. It was like a rookie auto. He doesn't sign with really anyone because he's like a Panini exclusive guy, he's a Topps exclusive guy. And I bought this auto for $350. I spent a good amount on it, but I graded it with SGC, which I'll get into grading later, and it came back at 1010, and I ended up selling it for $1,300, which I'll add in here somewhere. But like, for example, like, it was an unlicensed rookie autograph. Like, for certain people, like the Caleb Williams, the other quarterbacks that are top guys, like a lot of Leaf products, Onyx and other things, like Onyx is all on card. So those autographs are just cool in general. Leaf autos, 90% of them are like Leaf Flash, purple something, and they're out of like 6 or 7 or 2 of 3. Like, they're just super low numbered. So when you do get it graded, it's going to be a pop 1 almost every single time. So like, that's my personal opinion on like unlicensed product, is like, especially with how certain things are right now, like certain players are in certain products, certain people aren't in certain products. Like, it's hard to get certain autos from things. So like, buy some unlicensed product every once in a while, and like, you'll make a good return on investment, because a lot of it will be a low pop if you get it graded. This one is the best one that I've ever been told. I forget who told me about this one, but I call it the 99 rule. The 99 rule to me is, for example, let's say you have a card on eBay for $5. Someone is more likely to buy it if it's listed at $4.99 rather than $5, just because it looks more eye appealing. Like, this is a sales tactic that I've learned and have truly seen firsthand, and it really does work, is the 99 rule. Like, instead of having a card listed for $100, list it at $99.99, and like, I guarantee you'll get more traction on it than you would if it was just listed at $100 flat. So that's something that I've had a lot of people, message me about, and they're like, why do you have everything listed at 99? Like, with the 99 at $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, they're more likely to sell rather than being a $4, $2, $3. Like, you're more likely to get some more traction on it because it's just more eye appealing to people, which it's true, it works. Not really just it's just a thing I guess that's how we're wired as people who want to purchase and consume things. Number 7, have best offer on every single item that you have on your eBay page. It's super simple. It's easy. You can like auto set it. I set everything up that no matter what card I have an offer to be received at $1. So even if I have a card listed for $200, I can receive an offer for $1, because you never know. Sometimes you might need to take an L on a certain card, and you need to be willing to accept it. So one of the biggest things is allow best offer on every single one of your items, and set it at $1. Not $1 auto accept. People have done that, and I've done that by accident, but $1 to receive an offer, because you'd be surprised. Sometimes you get some crazy offers that would normally get auto declined, and you're not missing out on it. You can see it and accept it and negotiate from there. So it's just a great way to, give the buyer and seller a chance to work out a deal. Number 8, a PSA membership. Right now, PSA is doing a membership. I believe it is May right now. It's like $15.99 to get cards graded. I think it's a 10 or 20 card minimum. Me and my friend split a PSA membership. It's $100 a year. Purchase it. It's worth it. PSA's time has been outstanding lately, and I'm a huge SGC guy, and I still am, and I respect and support SGC, but PSA has just been super quick with a lot of the grading that they've been doing lately. So I rolled back into PSA and have decided to just stick with that, just because it's what the demand is and the hobby. I'm not talking any negativity on any other grading companies, but PSA is just, it seems to be the standard. So that's why I rolled PSA. Number 9, ask questions, be curious. don't be afraid to, if you have any questions you want to ask me in the comments below, or, you know, just curious on things, ask questions. Like, that's how I learn, like, especially as a kid. Like, there's things that I didn't know that I know now, and I wish I had. And I did have mentors that helped me out in that process. I've definitely taken a mentorship role, or helping other people out with certain things, but ask questions. I guarantee you're going to learn so much, and be curious. And last but not least, number 10, have fun. I think that's something that people take for granted sometimes, that it is a hobby for a reason. But let's be real, we want to make money at the end of the day on some of this stuff to get other cards that we want. So don't be afraid to, you know, have fun with it. Buy what you like at the end of the day. Collect what you like. And a little bonus thing at the end here too, it's 10.5, I should say, but don't be afraid to take an L on certain cards. I think that's something that people definitely don't tend to do. They like to get too greedy. For example, if you have a lot of Zach Wilson stuff right now, maybe you sell some of it just to get some extra money to invest in someone else that you believe in. Like, if you have money coming in and you're able to sell certain things, like, that's okay. Sometimes you need to accept defeat on certain cards. Maybe keep 1 or 2 of them just in case he gets a starting role somewhere, or even this season. But just things like that. Like, don't be afraid to take an L, and you know, don't hold on to things for too long, because at the end of the day, like, you want to be able to get more inventory and cool things. So other than that, I appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, comment below. I'll have more videos like this coming out over the next couple of days and weeks. But with that being said, if you can subscribe, that'd be cool. But check out my Instagram page, Card of the Day 1. And thank you guys. Have a great day.